Sawadee Krap, I'm JP Mestanza. Today is Friday, April 29th. Welcome to Phuket Extra, brought to you by PVCPhuket.com. An estimated value of 50 billion baht of Layan beachfront is reportedly still occupied by claimants despite an order by the Supreme Court to vacate their plots. And it's prompted an inspection this week by the Director General of the Department of Special Investigation, Thailand's FBI equivalent. The DSI has taken up an investigation of the claims to the land as a special case, considering the complicated history of the claims, which involves some 3 kilometers of pristine beachfront. Officials say that the Jungtale Oboto had been fending off claims to the land for 30 years, but admit it's been a struggle, with some claims filed not by individuals, but by companies, with government officials saying their aim is to leave the Layan beachfront in its undisturbed natural state for the public to use as a recreational area. Phuket has gained a notorious reputation for illegally issued land title documents dating back all the way to 2003, much of it blamed on former Phuket Land Office Chief Dawachai Anukun, who was found hanged in a DSI cell in Bangkok within hours of his arrest back in 2016. Dawachai, who was accused of corruption during his time as Phuket's top land official, had been on the run for 13 years when he was arrested in 2016. Days later, the 66-year-old was found with socks tied around his neck attached to a hinge of the cell door in the headquarters of the DSI in Bangkok, where he was being held, and an autopsy found that he died from a stomach hemorrhage and a ruptured liver caused by being hit with a solid, blunt object in combination with suffocation. The criminal court ruled out suicide as his death and stated that he had been killed. Dawachai was accused of having illegally issued land rights documents for more than 1,000 plots of land in Phuket, Phang Province, and Surat Thani Province. The alleged land fraud included Sirinat National Park, land rights in Rasada in Phuket Town, and also Layan Beach in Phuket, as well as parts of Hat Thai Muang Kau Lampi National Park in Phang Province in the 1990s. It's also worth noting that the Deputy Land Office Chief in Phuket at the time when Dawachai went on the run in 2003 was Bongto Hiranyaburana. He was murdered and shot dead on his way to his home in Surat Thani Province back in April of that same year, after he had been appointed to lead the investigation to the suspect land titles on the island, and police at the time believed the deputy land chief was assassinated due to this. The assassins who killed Bongton were never caught, while there have also been no new updates in the case of Dawachai's death. Dawachai was accused of using a technique called the Flying Soko 1, which is basically when paperwork from one piece of land is altered so that it looks like it covers another piece of land, which some officials in Phuket admit has caused considerable issues when dealing with old land claims on the island. The DSI Director General stated this week in Phuket that 10 land claims have been forwarded to the National Anti-Corruption Commission, the NACC, and he expects more to come. What are your thoughts on this? Let us know down in the comments below. For more, visit thephuketnews.com. Despite the recent controversy surrounding the Patong Bay Hil Hotel and the investigation into the late trading hours against COVID rules, the Thailand tourism minister flew down to the island to hand them an award recognizing the GBAC Star International Hygiene Standard Certificate. The GBAC, the GBAC Star Accreditation, is issued by the Global Biorisk Advisory Council, a division of the ISSA, a worldwide cleaning industry association. And this accreditation is considered to be, quote, the gold standard of prepared facilities. The certificate was presented at a ceremony led by Tourism Minister Pipa Ratchakitprakarn at the Novotel Phuket City Pokitra Hotel in Phuket Town this week, given to recipients Tiger Muay Thai in Chalong, Go Yao Yai Village on the island east of Phuket, and the Patong Bay Hil Hotel, all of which exhibited proper cleaning protocols to combat biohazards and so much more. The award comes as the Patong Bay Hil Hotel comes under scrutiny for late operating hours, noise complaints, and violations of the emergency decree related to COVID-19. The hotel's White Lagoon nightlife venue was ordered closed for 15 days since last Friday, while authorities have indicated that the hotel is set to face more punishment for breach of COVID prevention regulations. It all began when a lawyer, Citra Biabancur, posted a video walking through the hotel while a party was in full swing well past the mandated closing time of 11 p.m. back on April 16th, and it prompted an investigation that same weekend that saw the transfer of 5 senior police officers from Patong Police Station in order to look into the matter. What are your thoughts on this story? Let us know in the comments. For more, visit thephuket.news.com. The government is now responding to calls to end the Thailand Pass system. And while they say they will continue to use it for now, they could ease more entry rules later, all the while saying that the tourism fee could start being collected as early as August. This week, the head of the Public Health Ministry and the Tourism Minister both said a proposal will be made to scrap the Thailand Pass system for international arrivals by June 1st. While that has yet to take place, a government spokesman did state that the process could be made easier, though no details were provided on that front. Starting this Sunday, May 1st, the Test and Go scheme will be scrapped, ending the mandatory COVID-19 testing upon arrival for vaccinated travelers and unvaccinated travelers who have negative COVID-19 test results via RT-PCR from 72 hours before travel. Those who are unvaccinated and don't have those documents will have to do 5-day mandatory quarantine at a government-certified hotel at their expense. The Thailand Pass is the online system in which would-be international arrivals to Thailand upload their relevant documents before travel and receive a QR code for when they arrive. But critics say the process is cumbersome and deters most tourists from making the trip to Thailand, citing neighboring countries that have done away with all travel requirements other than the usual visa process, if applicable. Still, officials say that they will keep a close eye on the situation to see if the Thailand Pass continues into June or will be scrapped altogether. At the same time, the tourism fee, which was approved by the government before the pandemic, is set to be collected reportedly by August or September of this year, with exceptions for diplomats and others. But the biggest question was, how was Thailand going to collect this fee? The Bangkok Post reports that airlines are going to integrate their websites with the Thailand tourism fee system and would most likely be part of the ticket price. Reports also say that the TTF system activates 30-day insurance coverage for tourists once they arrive. But how this is going to work alongside the current mandated $10,000 COVID insurance for tourists is unknown. Local and international airlines will start testing the whole system out in May. But airlines have had concerns about the budget for the system and the manpower to handle the whole process. Of the 300 baht tourism fee, about 20% has been allotted for insurance coverage for international tourists, with the majority, about 50% of the money, directed to tourism product development in Thailand. For more, visit thephuket.news.com. Phuket has a new fight home, and it's up in the western coast of Phuket in Bang Tao at Bang Tao Muay Thai and MMA. The new Bang Tao Muay Thai and MMA gym opened to massive fanfare on April 22nd and April 23rd with special events that included an MMA seminar with UFC featherweight champion Alexander Volkanovski, Muay Thai seminar with Superbon Banchamek, and an island favorite, smoker fights in Muay Thai, MMA, and also grappling matches. The gym has been years in the making, and at the center of it all is a group of longtime Phuket residents who have plied their trade in the fight world from Muay Thai to MMA and so much more.
So this is a kind of vision we've had for a long, long time between, a few of us, a group of us. And due to COVID and the way that things were panning out, like we were out of work and this and that, we just kind of had more time to actually sit down and say, right, boys, let's do this. And Alex was the driving force behind that.
Our goal from the beginning, before we even started building, was to be one of the best gyms in the world. I think we're well on our way to doing that. The best gym consists of a few things: facility, coaching staff, location, and kind of the vibe you get. And I think we have some of the best of all of them in the world.
Woody, Alex, my brother and myself, and a couple others had the vision, the idea. We had a great support system, and we ran with it.
The Bang Tao Muay Thai and MMA gym is a state-of-the-art facility, complete with a massive fitness area, regulation standard Muay Thai rings with space for training, and a sprawling MMA and Jiu-Jitsu area that is expected to be the new fight home for some of the top fighters in the world, from the UFC, Bellator, One Championship, and so many other promotions.
So obviously we'd all been in Phuket a long time, and we always dreamed of one day having our own place. Each individually, we've built our careers to a solid level, and we're quite fortunate to be well known, like around the world and stuff like that. And that's through a lot to do with Tiger and where we were before. We were put in place there as coaches, and we just continued to grow. And Tiger was an amazing place. Always been my first gym, always my love. But yeah, it was just time to kind of move on and do something for ourselves, and that's what we've done.
For a really long time, Phuket had become known as one of the best places in the world to train, and it has been. But that was really only in one area of Phuket. So we decided to move away from Chalong. We decided to move to Bang Tao. We just want to help everything grow, and I think you can have really successful gyms in the south. I think there can be really successful gyms in the north, and I think it really just elevates the level of all the gyms.
The boys at the center of Phuket's newest fight gym have been training with one another and honing the skills of some of the top fighters in the world, all from their previous base in Chalong for several years, from UFC stars Loma Lukbunmi, Alexander Volkanovski, Dan Hooker, Brad Riddell, Kai Kara France in the UFC, and so many others, with multiple-time BJJ world champion Josh Hinger also joining the fray. The future looks bright for the boys in Bang Tao.
Future's bright, Jay Pizzle. Future's bright. Yeah, obviously you've seen tonight there's a massive turnout. It's amazing. The classes keep growing.
So I think that's what really makes it stand out, is that it's a gym run by fighters and coaches. Just really excited to kind of see the local community come together, as well as people from all over the world come and see what we're building. So,
with our coaching staff and the athletes we have coming through, and the culture we're going to create, not only for fights, but also for Thailand, for the community. That's something that we're big on. We really want to be involved with the community and make sure we have the community behind us and everything like that, from the youth all the way up, and try to bring something good to the area.
And also, anyone that wants to come train, please come down. First class is free. Just come, try any class you want, whether it be BJJ, fitness, Muay Thai, whatever it might be, whatever tickles your fancy. Come and try it, and I'm sure you won't regret it.
JP Mestanza reporting for the Phuket News. Thanks for joining us here at the end of the week here at Phuket Extra, brought to you by PVCPhuket.com. We hope you have a happy and safe weekend. We'll see you back on Monday. Until then, stay classy, Phuket.
Phuket's rapid modernization has made it one of the world's premier holiday destinations. Investors can still buy quality condominiums for as low as $75,000, and luxury properties can go all the way up to $20 million. Condominiums in Phuket are a safe, secure bricks-and-mortar investment offering foreigners freehold ownership. Call or email Thai Residential, Phuket's #1 trusted real estate advisor, to find your perfect Phuket property.